Good morning. It's Monday morning, the 10th of January. I am not at all sure that I'll actually finish a vlog, but I'm starting one because it's Monday and hope springs eternal. I'm not actually just walking into my class, though I am having to, turn on my lights. Okay, my lights are back behind there. I've got to get to it. There I go. All right, that turned on some of my lights. Now I gotta go over, risk you getting completely nauseous, and turn on another set because I want to turn off these fluorescent lights. Do you see the mask me? Sorry, opposite sides. Have to start wearing masks again. We were without masks, and now we're back to masks, which I know a lot of you who have had to do masks all along, I'm sure are like cry me a river, but I'm not appreciating the trouble it is making on my skin. Any case, turning on lights. Made copies. I had to run into the teacher's lounge to make copies this morning and deal with copy machines. Is that the light setting I want? Yes, it is. So, I've gone through, I think, 3 boys' passes because my boys. So this was the only thing I could think of that they could carry around. So now they have this is their boys' pass. For today at least. I'm going to try and get another one. I've got students coming in 6 minutes, so I need to set up, frog in my throat. I need to set up my, turn on my projector, get that going. We did a goals for 2020 last week, which was the first week back. That's kind of my start. Mostly they just need to learn how to write, so it was a good opportunity to use a timely writing prompt. It still feels one of the light. I was like, it still feels very dark in here. It's because on Friday I was so done, but I needed to get grading done, so I turned off most of the lights. Because I have to grade it on my computer, I turned off most of the lights and just sat in the dark and scared our cleaning person half out of their minds when they opened the door. And I'm like, hi. And they're like, oh, I didn't think anyone was in here. I'm like, sorry. Because I stayed very late getting grades in on Friday. Because I hate messing around with grades. Like, I want to get it done and be done with it. Though, of course, it's not totally done because I have some people that requested that I update them on Monday so they could catch up over the weekend, which I am going to do. But still, I don't like spending every day working on grades, especially since I have to spend every day working on behavior. One thing this year is there's no such thing as a honeymoon period. Some of you might be aware of that term, but it seems like whenever we come back from a break or even the beginning of the year, there's just like no downtime. The behaviors like start up right away. Like I'm used to the first month of school being fairly chill, where I can be fairly drill sergeant-y. I'm kind of a drill sergeant on some things, but usually like there's not a whole lot of pushback and you can get the procedures and routines down. This year, no. There's pushback right away. So I sent, and I'm not that trigger happy on detentions. I sent 4 to after school detention on Monday and Tuesday last week. And if I could have sent 2 more to detention on Friday, that would have happened because I was not a happy camper. But we're starting a new week, hopefully. Some of the measures will kick in and will be helping, but I think I probably should stop talking and get set up for before school because they're going to come in 3 minutes. Talk to you later. Okay, it is Monday afternoon, and I am not in my classroom. I'm in my car. Hopefully it's not too loud. I actually had to run out of school because I completely forgot that I had a chiropractic appointment at 4:45. So I was in the midst of deciding whether I wanted to stay and do more work when I looked up and was like, oh, I actually have to go, like right now. I think the sun is right in my, well, it's over there. But anyway, it was not bad. The day was okay. I kind of instituted a different behavioral thing. So I have 2 students who are on behavioral plans, and it has not been going well. Last week was a hot mess and just a mess. So anyway, they're on behavioral plans, and it wasn't like the way we were doing it was tracking it through Dojo, and I don't think it was visual enough for them. I don't think it I don't know. So anyway, I've gone old school. I've gotten them a sticker chart that I am giving them stickers, and when they fill it up, that's when they get their reward. So that's our current plan. It worked pretty well today. We shall see. No plan is going to work like for the rest of the quarter or for the rest of the year. There's just not that possibility. But we'll see if it works. I had a few students out. I had at least 4 students out, which is not actually that many considering some of the other classes. I think my team neighbor teacher had like 9 out. She had quite a few out for contact tracing and other purposes. We started an activity or a kind of a project having to do with Martin Luther King, which hopefully I'll get to show you some of that tomorrow. We're finishing up learning about multiplying fractions. We're starting on text structures. I was able to get both of my reading groups, which is unheard of. Or was I? No, yeah, I was able to get both of my reading groups. I was able to get a math group and a whole group lesson. So I felt like things went pretty well. We did not get second recess because at the end of the day, even though I kept reminding them we need to move quickly or we won't get second recess, we'll run out of time, we still ran out of time. So, but other than that, it was pretty good. So I think I should probably go home and finish up my day. Talk to you later. I said yesterday that I would talk about what we're doing for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so yesterday we read this book, My Brother Martin. It's from our library. I don't actually have well, at least I can't find my other books on Martin Luther King Jr. And then I have this Teachers Pay Teachers, let's see if I can, created by Kelly Hall. I think that might be how you pronounce it, Setting the Standard. That was on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's I Have a Dream, Martin's Words. It has quite a few different things to it. So the first activity is reading. It was supposed to be Martin's Big Words, but we couldn't find that one. So we read that and we talked about the words. This is a nonfiction passage that has to do with his life that we're going to read through today. And it goes with a timeline activity. So these are the pieces. You put them on a timeline. We were studying nonfiction graphic features last week, so hopefully that will be like a review. And then this is Give Me 5, where they're going to write about their dreams for the future, basically. Think of specific ways of treating people with respect. Our character trait for this month is fairness, so I'm going to tweak that a little for fairness. So that looks good. And then we'll see if we get to this. It'll be a Friday project. But this is Brotherhood Chain, where they make a paper chain. I've got these. They make a paper chain that we put up, and it's having to do with the whole idea of brotherhood. I'm not explaining this very well, but I also need to get going. So there's a words to know section, which I was supposed to put up and I forgot, so I have to put that up today. And there's a whole bunch of quotes from Martin Luther King Jr. that are printed with it. So it's I'm liking it. I think some of it might end up bleeding over into next week. Some of it might end up going into next week just because there's a few things and I'd like to get to a few of them. So far today I've come in, I've signed in. Oops, sorry about that crinkly noise. I had to push something back. I've signed in, I've gotten my stuff out of my mailbox. I vacuumed my carpet because otherwise it doesn't get vacuumed or swept. Real quick, when I was talking yesterday, I mentioned sticker chart. And old school. So I am really talking about this old as dirt concept of doing a little chart, a bunch of stickers. I got these at the dollar store. So I took the chart, put the name of the 2 students that are working towards a goal, and taped it down on their desk. And every time we transition, and I don't have a problem, they get a sticker. Once their chart is full, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25. There are 25. Once their sticker chart is full, then they get their reward, because we were going back and forth. The behavior team was saying that they're working towards a reward, and basically I think it had to do, they were like, if they don't get in trouble or something, but that's way too vague. Like, once they're at the point of detention, it's too far, and they're not even thinking about reward. So I'm going to be instituting this, and hopefully that will be more of a moment by moment reminder for them, and a visual reminder for them. Now, what I'm worried about is, because my class is special class, I'm kind of worried about the stickers walking off and that being an issue. So hopefully it's not. We'll be keeping an eye on it. I do know that these 2 probably, I don't know if anybody would want to take from these 2, because they honestly scare most of the class. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not an issue. Our school has it's called ACT stickers, Caught in the Act. Let me see if it has any school information on them. I'll close. Okay, so they have there's stickers like this, which they're good too, but these, if you get a sticker like this, it comes with a ticket, which is for all intents and purposes. Yeah, there's no school information on that. Comes with a ticket, and this ticket we keep, and we do like lottery type drawings for prizes, kind of big prizes. So I tend to give these out to like star students, people who are really working hard, because they are kind of big prizes. I guess I could give them for anything, but that's what I do. I usually pull about 4 a day that are my like leaderboard people. And it does change. It's not always the same ones, though it does tend to be the same like 10 or 12 of them. Because like I've said before, approximately half of my class is golden. Like, they're sweethearts, absolutely wonderful students. Like, they might be low, but they're sweet, and they are trying their best, and they're, you know, all those things. The other half, is can't get their life together type. And I'm just like, okay, so are we going to do math today? Let's see. It's an interesting class, but it is exactly half. Half of them, just not high, not like super academically high, but definitely very sweet and lovely to have in class. Then about half of the other half are are not, like, they're not behavior problems. They're just the followers onto the real behavior problems. But it is a behavior class. This is overall, the 4th grade is the grade that the specials teachers are just like, when they come in. And we also have, we've gone through 2 paraprofessionals that also had to do after school. So there's a after school program that runs until 5 o'clock. It used to run until 6 o'clock. Now it runs till 5 o'clock because of staffing. We've gone through 2, excuse me, paraprofessionals who have basically said they were going to go. And now we're on 1 paraprofessional for the whole grade. So she's just going from class to class, doing what she can, which is very nice that she at least is able to do that. But we need a new paraprofessional. We need another one. We are really wanting with that, but we'll see, because right now the staffing shortage is intense. At least I was listening to another teacher YouTuber who was talking about how they lose their preps. So far, well, I'm going to lose one of my preps this week, but I don't have to sub in another class. We've managed to keep enough staff to do the subbing, which is good. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I have students coming in 5 minutes, and I need to go visit the little girls' room and get set up, because I don't even have my boards started, my projector board started. So, talk to you later. I am checking in here this evening at 5:35 on Tuesday. Anyway, it's been a long day. Wasn't a terrible day. Definitely had worse. But it was just, there's a lot going on. I've been playing, I hope the term telephone tag is well known to everybody. I've been playing telephone tag sort of only via email with my principal all day as we try and deal with the situation. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't know how other people feel, but when there's parent and / guardian issues and they're wanting to, like, they're mad at you about things and they want to get their student transferred out of your class, it's really hard. It's really hard, especially when you feel like you've done everything that you can. So, right now, my self-esteem is pretty low. It's taking a dive right now. But I guess we're just dealing with it. And anyway, we did timelines today. I'll show you real quick. This is a pretty good one, covering up the name. By good, we didn't have long enough paper, and we didn't have enough time to do 2 sheets of construction paper. So it's a little bit wonky, but overall, it's a nice little timeline. I'll probably put it up outside because we don't have a lot of work displayed, so this is going to work. We made timelines of Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We read a text, we highlighted, we did all the close reading, and then we made the timeline. That was kind of writing slash reading slash social studies today. And we did something different with math today. I did my whole group lesson, and then because I was looking at the time and everything, and I was like, I don't have enough time to pull my small group, we did an IXL study jam, which I've never done before. Basically, you can go, if you have IXL, you can go to their, look up the standards that you're teaching, and you can have that as a link. You can push that link to students. I did it via Google Classroom. I just put the link on Google Classroom and had my students join the link. I clicked the little button that said Start Jam, and then they all showed up on my study jam, and basically I got to it was very similar to Kahoot in some ways. So they all saw the problem on their computer and were able to answer it. And then once I had everybody who did an answer, we did a quick review, and then I started the next question. Most of them did really well on the IXL study jam. They were cruising through there, so felt like we were doing pretty well on that. It was kind of crazy because the afternoons are just kind of out there with the energy level. So, on the other hand, I have no energy. I'm ready to collapse. And I really need to go home because it's 5:40. So I'm going to go home. But I thought I would come on and just talk a little